Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Railway Empire. We're about to start Chapter 3 of the campaign. And I've gone away and I've learned a bit more, just because I felt like I struggled through that second chapter there. The first chapter didn't really matter. First chapter is kind of like, just throw stuff at the wall and it'll all stick and it'll be fine. The second chapter, you got to learn a few mechanics, a few things. And I'm assuming it's going to get a little bit more challenging as we get through these. So I've learned a few things. I've learned about a bit more about the warehouses, how those work, a bit more about kind of balancing, you know, freight versus passengers and all the kind of different little bits and bobs. So I'm going to, sorry, got distracted by what this says. Railway map of the United States with the terminus of each road in suburban cities or towns. Interesting. Anyway, so we're going to see if what I've learned is going to make a difference. And I'm not saying I've learned everything. What I have learned is probably that there's lots of ways to play the game. I think some of the ways I was playing were probably wrong. There's some ways that I think I was on the right track. No pun intended. But we're going to see what happens here. So in the Mississippi, over the Mississippi here, the year is actually 1850 now. After the railroad is established in the east, it opens up the vast expanses of the American continent in the west. Your task is to support the construction of the first railway bridge over the Mississippi. Here you will experience firsthand how the pressure of competition increases between railway tycoons. Cornelius Commodore Vanderbilt will be breathing down your neck because he does not believe in railroads, and particularly not in the transcontinental link. Oh, are we actually going to... Oh, no, I thought we were going to choose where we're going. No, it's just showing all the little bits and bobs. We'll keep it on realistic network, and we'll keep it on normal pause mode, I suppose. I mean, part of me just doesn't care. Part of me doesn't care about the ratings, to be honest. I really just don't. Like, I'm not playing this for the ratings. I'm playing this for the fun. I know some people probably play for the ratings, but it doesn't matter to me. Like, if I get a pretty good rating while manual pausing, well, then I know I could have just turned that off. Biggest reason for me to manual pause is because I'm talking to you guys. If I wasn't talking to you guys, I probably wouldn't care. Like, it would be whatever. But because I'm talking to you guys, it's like, I kind of want to be able to pause from time to time personally. But I guess I can still pause from the escapes. We'll leave it on normal. It's fine.
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you?
All right, newly constructed factories are cheaper. Able to buy a town's factory without an auction. Yeah, we knew that. And auctions are, and we can't change anybody, so this is who we're stuck with. Auctions are 50% more expensive. So they're more expensive, but we can buy factories without auctions. Cool.
Meticulous planning.
Let's go. And see if I've learned anything. Probably not. Probably not enough.
The economic upswing allowed the railroad to grow steadily, and as settlements suddenly appeared on the timetables, which until now had been in the middle of nowhere, the country had grown closer. Soon, entrepreneurial vanities and greed fueled the railroad tycoons' first rivalries for lucrative routes and connections. Meanwhile, the Mississippi formed a border between the vibrant centers in the east on the one side and the untapped settlements and new markets in the west on the other. Yet technological innovation, unbroken pioneering spirit, and a good nose for business would soon bring down this barrier as well and drive the triumphant procession of the railroad on unimpeded.
What? Yeah, that's real safe. I know it's going slow, but come on, let's not be dumb here.
So, you're the crazy one who wants to build the transcontinental route. You are aware that there have already been many dreamers who have all failed spectacularly, and you think that won't be the case for you. Oh, I don't want to destroy your dreams, of course.
Give it a try.
My name is Cornelius Vanderbilt. The Cornelius Vanderbilt. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm not so optimistic about the future of the railroad. And
we really have to run this while we're listening to him? That's annoying.
But you never know. So I'm interested in what goals you are pursuing.
Okay. What are we pursuing? We have to connect 10 rural businesses. Okay, I'm glad I don't have to listen to her. We have to connect 250,000 people to our rail network. We have to deliver 50 loads of lumber to Rock Island, transport 100 passengers from Toledo to Omaha without stopping. And then we've got a bunch of optional tasks here as well. Alrighty, well, we do need to get all the way over here. We got Rock Island way over there as an available option. Can I sell this train station? Because I kind of want to get rid of it. And the reason I want to get rid of it is because there's actually better train stations in our list. I hadn't really scrolled down that much. I mean, I've looked at them a little bit, but I hadn't really played around with them much. I went into the sandbox mode and played around with these a little bit. I mean, these are, you know, pretty efficient little train stations because they do all the signal control and help control the platforms they go to automatically. So the fact that we can't sell this one is actually a little annoying. Oh, wait a minute. What am I saying? I could probably bulldoze it. Okay, I'm done. Can we? Yeah, we can't just bulldoze it. Okay, yeah, let's just do that because these signaling stations, which I think came out in a later patch, quite frankly, are just better, maybe? I don't know if maybe better is the right word, but just overall easier to use. Plus, we can kind of go straight to like a large station, although we got enough money for that. What do we want to do? I think we want to set up some sort of train station, at least initial between Toledo and Grand Rapids, and then possibly continue to expand west after that. But there's a lot of stuff between here and Grand Rapids that we can kind of bounce back and forth and make some good stuff happening. So let's just get it kind of going sideways here. We can't go to the east anyway. Let's kind of get it going sideways here so we're kind of set to go north and to the west. And I think something like this is going to work. We're just going to put it right smack dab in the middle of town. I think this is okay. To be fair, we could just, I mean, it doesn't matter. They're the same price. But we could just do a terminal. Oh, wait, that's a, yeah, is that 4? That's 4. We could just do a terminal station because there's nothing going to the east, I suppose. But I guess since it doesn't really matter, the cost is the same. I'll just kind of do it maybe a little bit of an angle in case there's something coming from the backside over here that we want to connect. And we'll make that work. All right, cool. I know I'm talking a little bit slow. But what this does is it gives us the signaling, and it gives us all these crisscrosses, all the little switches. And that means that the trains can use any of these platforms, whichever one they feel like they want to use. So we don't have to designate or balance the platforms. All the balancing of the platforms gets done automatically by these signaling station, train stations. So perfect stuff there. We do want to get one up here to Grand Rapids. I don't think we need a 4 station in Grand Rapids. We can just go with a regular train station up here in Grand Rapids. Again, it could just be a terminus one, but I'm going to kind of move it a little offset just in case we want to pull some stuff out of the back over there. Like how close can we, I mean, closer the better, but obviously, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of space back there to kind of be able to move some things around it. Like in case we need to. I don't think we will, but just in case we need to. So we got that. And now we just want to get some train lines set up between these two. And this should be pretty easy. We'll just go ahead and come over here. Connect to, just for reasons, I'm going to connect the middle. Well, no, the whole point of this one was to connect the bottom two to like Chicago. So from up here, I think we will connect to the middle two. I think I'm okay with that as an option. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, they're all going to get kind of merged together at the end. We don't even have to do the little... I didn't realize you were doing a tunnel. Really? There's a tunnel between these two? I didn't feel like... It doesn't look like it's that steep of a track. I mean, we could have, I suppose, raised this up and avoided a tunnel there. Can we? Actually, we can just delete that, can't we? Can we get all our money back? Yeah, we got all... I think we get all our money back. Now it's going to do a bridge. I just don't want to have a tunnel. I think we're okay with no tunnels. Technically a bridge though, so... Alright, bunch of earthworks. No tunnels. Small slopes. Alright, I think I'm okay with that one. And then... You can come up here. This one's going to do a tunnel though. So... I guess right here... I'd like to like avoid the tunnel. I don't think we can. Why is it doing a tunnel in one spot? You would think these would be side by side and they would be fine. That's a little strange to me. Let me cancel you for a second. What is causing us to have a tunnel? Guess I can baby it along the way. Weird. If I baby it, it works fine. I'm so confused. Some of you guys will have to explain to me what happened there. All right, now we just need to get signals. And I think if I understood it right, we can actually construct multiple signals. So we need to change the direction. So we want to... Is it Control Shift then? Yes. Cool. So we want to do that and that. That'll get us multiple signals all along the route, which is good. We do want to put some supply towers. I'm just going to put them like close to the... Can't put them in here, can I? No. We're going to put them close to each of our train stations, so that way if anything coming out of here can potentially share this maybe. Or coming in there, something like that. I'm just going to put it over here. Probably don't need 2 supply towers, but that's okay. All right, so now we got 2 train stations. Initially, we're just going to set up 2 just generic lines. We're not going to do anything crazy, but at some point, we might actually set up explicit express lines and explicit, what I'm trying to say, the explicit freight lines at some point.
I heard your target is Omaha. You could forget that. Or is the train supposed to fly over the Mississippi? Negotiations over a bridge are ongoing.
Like an automatic.
But that's a long story.
Philadelphia's the only one we got, apparently.
Sure, the network is
it's actually best for freight.
And you could take care of Toledo and the other cities first. But is it really worth establishing a network there?
And we can actually clone this one a few times. Probably at least 4, maybe even 6 trains. Probably should have started some at the other end, but this is going to be fine. Let's do 4 trains. Well, since they're generic, actually, let's go ahead and clone them all. Oh, let's clone like 6 here. I think that'll be a good number of trains to go between here, and that's going to be fine. Do we actually want to grab any of these people now? What does the spy actually do? All right, fine. We'll grab us a spy. This one's cheaper. Apparently there's only one competitor. Oh, no, there's more than one competitor. Sure, Trisha Jones. And then, how about you go to the other guy? Or person. I guess it's a girl too. I don't know. We'll get us a couple spies. I wasn't really going to do the spy stuff, but it's part of the game. I guess I got to get used to it. All right, so that's all set up. But now we got to start bringing in other things in here. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. We could have set up a warehouse here in the middle, and that could be like a central location to put stuff into both spots. We could set up warehouses on each side. We could have just done warehouses. We didn't have to do train stations. We literally could just set up 2 warehouses and go from east, and then the middle train stations just do passengers and mail. They're all definitely viable solutions. Hey, we got covered cab apparently. All right. So there's definitely lots of options here. Oh, Poach is an employee. Oh. I don't know. Let's go get us a station master from somebody. I don't know if you have one or not. But, so like I said, there's multiple ways to do the warehouses. You could just do it without warehouses. You could do it with warehouses. It's really kind of however you want. Now, doing it without warehouses, I think, can be a little bit challenging because you got to get the materials to both places kind of equally. What we might want to do is, let's see here. I like the idea of the warehouse in the middle, and maybe I should have set that up initially. I also like the idea of just doing 2 warehouses that go both directions. Do a warehouse in the middle. It's going to be a little hard to get these things on the top end. Alternatively, we could just get these things on the top end in their own way. Well, no, because the cows need to get to Toledo. We have nobody that needs cotton right now. The vegetables and the wheat do need to go straight to the cities themselves. Same thing with the sugar and the corn. There is cows down here, which we do need to get fed into Toledo pretty much ASAP. Do I want to... How do I want to do this? I'm trying to decide how the best way I would do this, because I still obviously need to get over to Chicago at some point. Kind of like the idea of having these bottom 2 lines go to Chicago, which kind of makes me feel like a warehouse over here that can get all the materials would be a good idea. We might even do it just a couple warehouses, one up on the top, one on the bottom, and just have each of those going into the places in some form or fashion. Sorry, I know it's taking me a minute because I'm trying to determine the best way to set this up how I want to set it up. You know, honestly, one of the best ways to set this up would have been to go ahead and put these in the middle 2 lines. Set up a warehouse down here somewhere. See, I don't like that. I want to leave the bottom 2 lines to go west. We might just have to feed the warehouse into this line. Which is not great. Actually, I got an idea. So here's what we're going to do. Again, they're all right, they're all wrong, they're all everything in the middle. Go ahead and get a warehouse with signaling control, because why not at this point? Guess we will probably just bump it along here in the middle. That's about middle. That's about middle. Actually, we probably need the big warehouse just to make sure that we have plenty of, it's not so much for the number of tracks, whatever platforms, it's for having the number of stockpiled goods. All right, we're going to do that. And then we're going to get wheat coming in here. So the bottom 2 tracks here, very easily. We're just going to come down here. And I think what we're actually going to do is just merge in with this. So at the very, very end here, it merges in with the passenger line. But up until that, it doesn't bother with anything. So just briefly, it'll be merged in, which is not maybe the best move. How close can we get this? Pretty close. So we'll do that. And again, this probably is a better way to do this than what I'm doing even now. But I don't think this is going to hurt us. So we'll get a couple lines in here. I do want to go ahead and get the signal set up. So, control that direction and control that direction. Okay, so that'll get us a couple trains going through there. And then we'll get the warehouse going into the other side. Technically going in this side, which is probably maybe how we should have done it down there. We could just merge the warehouse into that one line. And that's probably, like I said, probably how we should have done it before. That's okay. And then we can kind of come off of here. Actually, probably do it after the supply station. Go there and bring it down to here. Might have been how we should. Basically, 2 different ways to do it. We'll see how much which one we like better. I think that's a good way to say it. So you're going to go Control Shift here and Control Shift there. And that'll put stuff there. We've already got supply in both spots. We don't have a repair depot in either spot. We might have to set up 2 repair depots. I kind of like the idea of having the warehouse in the middle and just having the passenger lines going kind of through it, but let's come over here. Let's just sell maintenance here. It's not going to hurt anything to have maintenance. It's like not that expensive to have maintenance. You know what? We might as well just have maintenance here just to make me feel better about the world. Yes, it's 80,000 bucks, but we're going to be making money, so I'm not worried about it. All right. So now a couple things we need to get in here. Headhunter failed. Okay, so now I know that that's a waste of time sometimes. Basically, the biggest thing we're going to get through here is the grain and the vegetables. So we just need like a tiny track. And now this time we're not going to use the terminals because we don't need those. We just need a small train station coming from the grain side of things. Let's bring it over this way. Just because it'll be easier for us to kind of curve it in there. I think. Something like that. And you're just going to come over here and just, it doesn't really matter which one, because again, these are all going to merge together at some form or fashion. So we'll just connect you kind of wherever. And honestly, we might as well just have the second line go into that other line because it's already got the crisscross where we need it. So now we get signal and Control Shift that direction and Control Shift the other direction. Perfect. We don't have a supply thing over here on this side of things though. I just realized I should have put a supply tower before I started plopping these things down. I don't think I can get across to everything, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably should have stretched those out and put a supply tower there. Technically, you already have a supply tower, so it's just going to be this side of things. It's fine. We'll just put one. Doesn't really matter. Just put one down here. I probably could have set that up a little bit better to have the supply tower be a better spot. And now we just gotta get a train going from here to here. And it's going to, I mean, it can be freight only just so we can identify it later. And that's good. We're going to add a locomotive, add you. And I technically want to clone you at least one more time, I think. Oh, I need to make sure you're accepting all the goods that I want to accept. So we're going to accept that. We're going to accept veggie tables. And we just don't really need to accept the cows, though. We could, just to make it a little easier just to get to the warehouse. If we had a whole bunch of things over here, then I would not accept the cows here. But in this context, it's probably okay to... Well, no, we can get cows from down here. Never mind. I was going to say we can get the cows from up there. I know this warehouse has only got 2 things in it. It's a lot to have only 2 things. I thought about just bringing some of these other things across with bridges and stuff. We still might, but the problem with doing bridges that way is that the freight is not going to like bridges as much as maybe the passenger lines would. So maybe this could have been a smaller one. Live and learn. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I probably should have made that just a tiny one because it's only going to have a couple things going into it. Oh well. Life goes on. But at least now we got some stuff coming in. I do still need to get a train. Actually... Do we just want to do a set of train? Actually, you know what? That's probably a good idea. Because there's going to be some things that we're going to be getting from Toledo that we're not going to want to put in the warehouse. We just want to transport it straight to Grand Rapids and vice versa. So what we might want to do is say, you're going to go from Toledo to the warehouse to Grand Rapids, back to the warehouse, and just keep going back and forth trips. Again, this is going to be freight only. And we're going to add this locomotive. And we're actually going to clone that one a few times as well. Which is, which one did we just do? That one. No. Wait, which one was it? Did it go already? There we go. It's this one we want cloning. So we're going to clone this one a few times. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, I think we can get both. 4 for now. We might come back and change that later. All right, now we got to get some vegetables in here. I don't know why I keep saying it that way. I got kids, okay? We say silly things with kids. We're going to come off probably this side over here. It's going to be fine. I doubt we'll ever expand this at all. I'm just going to pull it out that way. I feel like I'm getting some artifacting on the game, but it's all right. You're going to come into this first line. You're going to come alongside and then just eventually merge here at the end. We'll set up the signals. Control Shift that direction and that direction. And then we need to get a supply tower because, again, I can't fit one here because I'm dumb. You'd think I'd learned the second time, but that's okay. And now we need a couple trains going through there. And how many did I sue for the other one? I don't know if I did. How many I did actually? Do I only have one line coming in here? Yeah, I only got one going from there. I probably want to duplicate this line at least once. And this line at least once. All right, that puts us really low on money. But we got vegetable. Oh, I keep saying that stupidly. I don't know why. We got vegetables. I can say it right. I promise. We got vegetables and we got wheat coming in. Again, I could have made this warehouse smaller based on how I decided to set this up. The middle line is still just a passenger line. And then the other thing I can do is set up another warehouse on the south side here that will be able to pull in the corn and the sugar and anything else we might need from down here. Random breakdowns, that's fine. Oh, these, yeah. So we got repair shops everywhere. Again, not efficient, but it's going to get the job done. Oh, we got research we can do. I guess we start... Is there any reason to backtrack? Oh, I never really realized that we had other things here. Increase the profits of your factories. Well, I don't have any factories right now. Maybe I should buy some. Increase the number of passengers in every city where your company has a station. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll grab that. Got lots of people we can grab. I'm just going to grab you. I still just don't like the train ones because they're just so specific, but I should just have them anyway, right? What does the security guard do? 5% increase in freight prices. Oh, well, that's convenient. Well, then fine. One of the trains that's going between these places, I volunteer you. Get you a security guard, and we'll get you a stoker. Just one train can have a little bit of an increase. Why not? All right, Toledo's actually going down in price. Oh, wow. That's a nice train engine. Guess we'll bid on that. Cool. We got a dragon now. What is the dragon good for? I don't even know. Dragon is good for freight. So we want to upgrade all of our, at least all of our freight ones. And I'll come back to you. All right, random breakdowns is in danger because there's a faster local. Okay, so I guess we actually want to upgrade all of our trains. Once we have some money for that. We are making money. Is Toledo growing finally? Oh, we need to get the cows set up. I should have done this a bazillion years ago. I'd kind of like to try to get the cows pulled into this back spot here, to be honest. So we grab a small train station over here. Just kind of pull it away from the cows a little bit. Go that direction. It looks okay. We'll see if we can pull you into this back area. We're not using this anyway. And we just need a little bit more money. You know, let's get some more money. Let's come in here. And let's go and get us some bonds. And we'll just go with the crazy expensive bonds because I'm hoping we'll be okay financially. But the idea being that we're going to make money by doing this. And so, should I try and lower this? I think this curve's fine, I guess. And then we're going to pull you alongside and merge you in. There we go. That should be fine. We'll set up the signals. And again, Control Shift. That. And that. And then we need a supply tower over on this side. I guess we'll just put it up close to this. Up to here. And we need some trains. Hey, railway length increase. Good stuff. Set up rail line between here and here. And it will be freight only. And that looks good. Add the locomotive. I guess we'll go jump straight to the dragons at this point. And we actually kind of want to clone that one immediately. Where did it go? I guess I can select it there. We'll clone this one. It's actually a pretty long track. I actually think we're going to clone this twice more. So I have 3 of those trains running. All right. Let me just slow down for a minute just so I can get my bearings again. So we got cows coming in here. Meat's going to be made. I mean, technically we'll have leather as well. We do have freight trains going between here. But because they're going all the way through, I assume they're able to carry more than just the stuff in the middle here. You're picking up vegetables. A lot of you guys don't have anything in the all right now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I know what I forgot to do. We're going to come here. We're going to go select this. We're going to set up the rail line. In Coal Manor, we're going to say that you have to be full. And then, yep, that works. Pretty much anything that's freight. Oh, I just realized those were... We can set those back to being passenger lines now. Alright, you... In Lee Ranch, you're going to be... full. And let me just cycle those again. You are going to be... full. Okay, already did you. Yeah, I should have done these a long time ago when I first set all these up. All right, the one going to the warehouse. You do not need to be full. You do not need to be full. You don't need to be full. You're good. Parker Farm, though, needs to be full. I think I missed one of these. Okay, we're good there. I think that's all of them. All right, so now for these between Toledo and Grand Rapids, we're going to set these to passenger mail only. Where'd it go? Wait, what? What did I just... Oh, I just hit something. I was like, what did I just click? All of these are passenger mail only. I think I'm doing this wrong, but it's okay. You are going to be passenger mail only. Okay, you're already done. And then you. Cool. All right, so we got some express lines in the middle. We got some freight lines on the outside. And now we've got to set up our other warehouse. We got some money. Like, we're doing okay on the money side of things. We still haven't connected to the west yet, but we're getting there. We got a few more years to do that. Let's get us our another warehouse and let's set up. I'm going to call this. Let me actually click on you. And we're going to call you warehouse. Call you warehouse north for now. Might change my name at some point. All right, let's go ahead and get us another warehouse. Again, I'm probably just going to go with the big warehouse just so we can, if we ever did need to expand it, it's going to already be set up. Not a big deal. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the special one. We want the warehouse with the signaling control, please. Really get this about even where I want it to be, so that's going to be close enough. Before I do anything on this, I'm going to pull these tracks out just a smidge. Well, can we can't set up the supply thing. I'll do the supply thing later. I'm not worried about it. But we do need to connect you into our main line as well. Technically, we could just connect you here. And again, I don't like the fact that it's sharing a little bit of it here at the end. But I think it's going to be fine at the long run. I mean, it's a little overkill on the warehouses, to be fair, but I think it's all going to be fine and work out. Yes, good. Actually, no, on this side, I forgot we could do this whole, where we connect it here, which we can do. Let me actually, there we go. I'll do that. That should add that supply depot to this. And then on the other side, grab that line, run it alongside. We'll merge you before the supply depot. And then that should set that up as a freight only line. At least half of this is okay. And we do have supplies on that side. That's perfect. We don't have repairs here. And again, I'm probably going overkill on the repairs, but that's okay. Just money. And then you're going to handle, so you're going to handle corn. You're going to handle sugar. I mean, we don't really need bricks over here, but we might handle other things that we pull in from other places at some point. There's just not a lot around here right this second. So we'll just go with the corn and the sugar. Again, maybe overkill for this warehouse, but for now, it's okay. I mean, like I said, this warehouse could support cows if we want to bring more cows in, or you know, we could drop off the cotton just so we can get distributed wherever it's supposed to go. Same thing with the quarry. So we have other things we could put into this one if we wanted to. So the fact that I did a big warehouse, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I want to name you, why are you warehouse 3? Oh, did I build? I think I built it. Obviously, it's counting the one in the middle that I built that I got rid of. All right, warehouse north, warehouse south, just so I kind of know a little bit of what's going on here. It's possible, now that I think about it, that what I should do is go, let's go edit the trains that are coming out of through here. Because I actually think, like 3 here, let's change you. Let's edit your line. And instead of going to the north and Grand Rapids, you're going to go Toledo to south and Grand Rapids. So that way we just have 2 trains on each side. They're still going to be able to carry like generic stuff. But I think this is a better setup for us. So that'll be 3, and then the 4th one will also, instead of going to the north, You're going to go south, then Grand Rapids, and then back to the south. Cool. All right, I'm happy with that. Now we just got to connect the corn up. All right, we're actually going to put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll connect the corn up and we'll connect the sugar up. And we should have some cities that are growing, and they are growing. At least Grand Rapids is. We'll have to figure out what's going on with Toledo. But starting to get some supplies in here. Again, maybe a little overkill on how we're doing the warehouses, but I'm having fun learning. And then maybe I think, there's always the possibility of, we change stuff down the road. But for now, I'm okay with it. So I do hope you guys are as well. I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.